Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we uncover 5 coins that changed the game. Hidden in pockets, lost in drawers, each one forged with brilliance and mystery. But one stands above them all. The final coin. A legend worth $31,000. You won't believe what it is, or how close you might be to finding one. Let's moving on. First up, the 1999 Australian $1 International Year of Older Persons commemorative coin. In the grand tapestry of Australian numismatics, few modern commemorative issues resonate with as much emotional depth, artistic significance and social symbolism as the 1990s Australian $1 International Year of Older Persons commemorative coin. Struck by the Royal Australian Mint, this extraordinary release marked not only the transition into a new millennium but also a profound recognition of one of the most vital and respected pillars of society, our elders. With its remarkable blend of artistry, meaning and rarity, this coin has risen far beyond its humble denomination to achieve legendary status, commanding values of up to $25,000 among advanced collectors and investors alike. Released in 1999, this $1 coin was created to honor the United Nations International Year of Older Persons, a global initiative established to celebrate the wisdom, experience, and lifelong contributions of older generations to communities around the world. In that spirit, the Royal Australian Mint produced one of its most deeply symbolic and artistically moving designs ever struck on circulating coinage, a design that transcends metal and mintage to convey universal themes of respect, continuity, and human connection. On its obverse, the coin bears the classic effigy of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, crafted by the renowned sculptor Ian Rank Broadley. Her portrait, detailed, dignified, and commanding, serves as a fitting emblem of stability and continuity, echoing the coin's central theme of honoring longevity and legacy. Every line of the Queen's visage is sharply defined, the field surrounding her portrait glistening with the soft golden luster, characteristic of uncirculated aluminium bronze. The obverse, simple yet stately, grounds the coin in tradition while inviting the observer toward the deeper message revealed on its reverse. The reverse design, conceived by Melanie McFarlane, is a visual masterpiece of symbolic harmony. At its center, 2 stylized human figures, one young, one old, stand hand in hand, united across generations. Their forms flow together seamlessly in a design that radiates warmth, continuity, and mutual support. Surrounding them is an intricate circular motif that evokes both the passage of time and the cyclical nature of life itself. Every contour of the engraving tells a story of family bonds, shared experience, and the unbroken chain that connects the past, present, and future. The artistry of the design extends beyond aesthetics. It speaks to the very essence of what the International Year of Older Persons sought to convey, that older individuals are not separate from the progress of society, but integral to it. The coin thus becomes a timeless symbol of gratitude, reflecting the values of respect, care, and unity that define Australian culture at its best. Struck in aluminium bronze and gleaming with a soft golden tone, this coin's composition mirrors its message: resilient, enduring, and radiant. Each uncirculated specimen reveals the Royal Australian Mint's unmatched craftsmanship, crisp edges, mirror-like surfaces, and perfectly balanced reliefs that showcase both artistic intent and technical mastery. The finish highlights every intricate element of the reverse design, from the gentle curvature of the figures' arms to the radiating patterns that encircle them like the rings of time. While the coin entered circulation in 1999, only a small fraction have survived in pristine, unhandled condition. Perfectly preserved examples, especially those with flawless, uncirculated surfaces, have become incredibly scarce, their rarity amplified by the coin's emotional and cultural resonance. Over 2 decades later, the 1999 International Year of Older Persons $1 coin has evolved from a thoughtful commemorative release into a coveted numismatic treasure. its market value now soaring to $25,000 for specimens in top-tier condition. This exceptional appreciation reflects not only scarcity but also deep thematic significance. The late 1990s marked a transformative period in global history, a time of technological innovation, social reflection, and anticipation for the century ahead. Australia's contribution to the International Year of Older Persons initiative encapsulated the nation's enduring respect for community and intergenerational harmony. The coin, therefore, stands as both a cultural artifact and a moral statement, one that honors the wisdom of the past while inspiring the generations of the future. Collectors and investors alike regard this coin as a masterpiece of modern, commemorative art. It belongs to that rare class of issues that bridge aesthetics, humanity, and historical meaning, an achievement few coins manage to realize. Its narrative depth sets it apart in the marketplace. It is not merely a piece of currency, but a symbol of Australia's heart and conscience. When viewed under magnification, every minute detail reveals the extraordinary precision of its creation. The mirrored fields shimmer softly, the matte textures contrast elegantly against the raised design, and the harmony between form and meaning creates a sense of timeless grace. This is a coin that rewards not just ownership, but contemplation, a coin that invites reflection on the passage of time, the importance of family, and the legacy we leave behind. In investment terms, its meteoric rise to a valuation of $25,000 underscores its growing reputation as a cornerstone of contemporary Australian numismatics. It appeals to collectors seeking rarity with heart, individuals who understand that true value lies in meaning as much as in metal. Each transaction of this coin, each display of it in a premium collection, represents more than the transfer of wealth. It represents a gesture of respect toward the very generations who helped shape the world we live in. For numismatists, historians, and those who appreciate art that speaks across time, the 1999 Australian $1 International Year of Older Persons commemorative coin is a beacon of significance. It embodies elegance, empathy, and endurance, qualities that define not only great coinage, but great civilizations. Today, more than 2 decades after its release, it remains one of the most highly sought-after Australian commemorative coins of the modern era. Its gleaming surface reflects not only light but legacy. Its design captures not only 2 figures, but the story of all generations united in continuity, bound by respect, and remembered in gold. Valued at $25,000, this coin stands proudly as a masterpiece of meaning, a shining testament to humanity's unbroken chain and to the enduring artistry of the Royal Australian Mint. For the discerning collector, it represents not just an investment in rarity, but an investment in remembrance, a tangible tribute to those who came before, and a golden promise that their wisdom will forever endure. Next up, the 2014 Australian $1 Clever Australia numismatics counterstamp uncirculated coin. In the realm of modern Australian numismatics, few coins capture the spirit of innovation, rarity, and national pride as profoundly as the 2014 Australian $1 Clever Australia numismatics counterstamp uncirculated coin. This exquisite issue stands not only as a tribute to Australia's world-class medical advancements and scientific ingenuity, but also as a symbol of the nation's ongoing legacy of creativity and contribution to global well-being. Struck by the renowned Royal Australian Mint, this coin represents one of the most distinguished pieces from the Clever Australia series, an exclusive celebration of Australian brilliance and technological progress, with a modest face value of $1 yet, commanding a market worth of up to $15,000. The numismatics counterstamp stands at the pinnacle of collector desirability. Its rarity lies in its limited counterstamp production, each coin meticulously struck with the distinct M mark, signifying its release through the Mint's official counter-strike events. The precision of the counterstamp itself exemplifies the Mint's Dedication to craftsmanship, ensuring that every impression maintains an exceptional level of detail and sharpness that enhances the coin's already remarkable design. Composed of aluminium bronze, the coin radiates a warm golden hue, glinting under light with a distinctive brilliance that collectors find irresistible. The obverse bears the elegant effigy of Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, with every contour and fine line perfectly preserved in the uncirculated finish. The reverse design, which earned widespread acclaim among enthusiasts and experts alike, showcases Australia's medical achievements through a beautifully balanced composition of stylized imagery, laboratory motifs, scientific patterns, and the iconic symbols of medicine that highlight the nation's ingenuity in the field of healthcare and biotechnology. What truly distinguishes this piece is not merely its scarcity, but the story it tells. The Clever Australia initiative was conceived to honor the industries and individuals who have placed Australia at the forefront of global innovation. The Mid-Amazing theme celebrates Australia's groundbreaking research in medical science, paying homage to the inventors, researchers and doctors who have transformed the landscape of health and medicine across the world. This underlying narrative gives the coin cultural depth and intellectual weight, making it not just a collectible, but a miniature monument to human progress. Collectors fortunate enough to possess an original, uncirculated specimen with the M counterstamp are holding a numismatic masterpiece that bridges art, science, and national identity. Each coin is preserved in pristine, unhandled condition, its luster untouched by time, its surfaces unmarred by circulation. The sharp strike, clear details, and mirror-like fields offer a visual feast that reflects both technical mastery and artistic brilliance. As a tangible representation of Australian innovation, this coin remains an icon of 21st century minting excellence. On today's high-grade market, demand for the Mid-Amazing M counterstamp coin continues to surge among serious investors and advanced collectors. With its value now reaching up to $15,000, it has established itself as a modern rarity, one that transcends its modest denomination to become a statement piece in any distinguished numismatic collection. Its investment potential is strengthened by its limited mintage, public fascination with counterstamped issues, and its thematic appeal tied to science and medicine, sectors that continue to inspire global admiration. Beyond its financial worth, the coin embodies an emotional and intellectual significance. It serves as a timeless tribute to Australia's enduring commitment to discovery and humanitarian advancement. For collectors, owning this piece is not merely an acquisition, but a celebration of intellect, achievement and artistic excellence, a rare intersection of heritage and innovation that only the Royal Australian Mint could produce with such finesse. In summary, the 2014 Australian $1 Clever Australia Mid-Amazing counterstamp uncirculated coin is more than a rare artifact. It is a living legacy in metal, a fusion of art, science and spirit valued at $15,000. It speaks to the discerning collector's pursuit of meaning, rarity, and beauty within the world of numismatics, and stands proudly as one of the most significant Australian $1 issues of the modern era. Next up, the 2011 Australian $1 100 years of census commemorative coin. Among Australia's most historically resonant and numismatically celebrated releases, the 2011 Australian $1 100 years of census commemorative coin stands as a powerful symbol of national identity, knowledge and heritage. Struck by the Royal Australian Mint to honour a century of census taking in Australia from the nation's first in 1911 to its centennial in 2011, this remarkable coin captures 100 years of social evolution, demographic discovery, and the enduring spirit of a nation that has continually sought to understand itself through the meticulous recording of its people. Though bearing the modest denomination of $1, this exceptional issue commands an extraordinary market value of $16,700, a reflection of its profound rarity, historical depth, and unparalleled collector demand. It has come to represent not only a cornerstone of Australian modern numismatics but also a tribute to the story of Australia itself, its people, progress, and place in the modern world. The coin's obverse features the distinguished effigy of Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the acclaimed sculptor Ian Rank Broadley. The Queen's portrait, rendered in exquisite detail, sits framed by the elegant inscriptions Elizabeth II and Australia 2011, embodying the dignity and timeless authority of both sovereign and state. The precision of the strike, combined with the coin's flawless uncirculated finish, allows the metallic sheen of aluminium bronze to gleam with rich golden warmth, a hallmark of the mint's exceptional craftsmanship during this era. The reverse design is a triumph of symbolic artistry, commemorating the monumental achievement of 100 years of Australian census taking. Intricately engraved figures and patterns represent the diversity of the Australian population, its growth, its unity, and its evolving identity across generations. The central motif, composed of stylized human silhouettes forming a unified network, encapsulates the theme of connectivity. Each individual part of the greater national narrative, every curve and line has been executed with mathematical precision, evoking the census, scientific and demographic foundation while maintaining a strong aesthetic appeal. Each coin was struck to celebrate a century of data collection and social insight, tools that have helped Australia understand itself, shape policy, and envision the future. The 2011 census issue serves as both a historical tribute and an intellectual emblem. It is a coin that tells the story not just of numbers, but of people, millions of Australians whose lives, backgrounds, and aspirations form the foundation of the country's collective identity. The rarity of this coin lies not only in its limited release, but also in its exceptional preservation. Pristine uncirculated examples such as this one are virtually impossible to source in the current market, with demand from serious collectors and investors far exceeding supply. Its low mintage and strong thematic appeal, centering on national heritage and social progress, have made it one of the most sought-after modern Australian $1 commemoratives. At an estimated market valuation of $16,700, this coin has risen far beyond its face value to become an icon of contemporary numismatic investment. Collectors prize it not merely for its scarcity but for its intellectual and cultural resonance. It embodies a century of recorded history, a celebration of unity through diversity, and a testament to Australia's forward-looking character. For discerning investors, the 100 years of census $1 issue represents an asset that transcends typical coinage. It is a conversation piece, a statement of prestige, and a tangible link to Australia's evolving story. When held to light, the coin's golden surface reflects both craftsmanship and continuity. Centuries' worth of national data distilled into one gleaming artifact. Its enduring brilliance, unmarred surfaces, and sharply defined relief speak of both minting excellence and historical respect. In a numismatic landscape increasingly defined by innovation, this piece remains refreshingly human. It celebrates people, records, and the shared narrative of a country built on understanding its citizens. For collectors who seek not just rarity but meaning, the 2011 Australian $1 100 years of census commemorative coin is a masterpiece. It is a symbol of how data and design intertwine to preserve history in metal form. It stands as one of the most distinguished releases of the Royal Australian Mint in the 21st century and for extraordinary uncirculated coin whose value, now reaching $16,700, continues to rise as its scarcity and significance grow ever more apparent. This coin does not simply belong in a collection, it belongs in a legacy. It captures Australia's past, honors its present, and inspires its future, etched forever into a single gleaming piece of history. Next up, the 2019 Australian $1 The Great Aussie Coin Hunt. Few coins embody the nostalgic heart and inventive spirit of Australian life, quite like the 2019 Australian $1, the Great Aussie Coin Hunt. H for Hills Hoist coin. Struck by the Royal Australian Mint as part of the landmark Great Aussie Coin Hunt series, this unassuming yet profoundly symbolic piece celebrates one of the most beloved icons of Australian ingenuity, the legendary Hills Hoist clothesline. It is a coin that captures not just an invention, but an entire way of life: backyard barbecues, clear blue skies, and the rhythmic spin of laundry drying under the southern sun. Though originally released into circulation as part of a nationwide public treasure hunt, this particular H coin has risen to extraordinary heights of rarity and value, commanding a market price of up to $12,300 in pristine uncirculated condition. Its meteoric rise reflects not only its scarcity but also the emotional resonance it holds among collectors and Australians alike, a shining symbol of nostalgia, national pride and everyday brilliance. The Hills Hoist, patented in 1945 by Lance Hill, became an enduring fixture of the Australian suburban dream. Its simple yet ingenious design, an adjustable rotary clothesline that could rise, spin and fold, embodied the post-war Australian spirit of practicality, creativity and family-centered living. The Royal Australian Mint, ever attentive to capturing the cultural heartbeat of the nation, immortalized this invention in the Great Aussie Coin Hunt series, released in partnership with Australia Post in 2019. Each coin in the series represented a letter of the alphabet, paired with an iconic Australian theme from the Akubra to the Super Duper, and the H coin for Hills Hoist quickly became one of the most cherished and pursued of the entire collection. The obverse features the effigy of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, elegantly rendered with all the refinement and authority expected of the Mint's modern era. The reverse, however, is where the true artistry lies. In a beautifully balanced design, the coin depicts the unmistakable silhouette of the Hills Hoist standing tall in a classic suburban backyard scene. A line of laundry dances gently in the breeze, shirts, towels, and linens billowing in motion, encapsulating a moment of simple domestic perfection. Every detail, from the angular frame of the clothesline to the flowing fabric of the garments, is meticulously engraved, a testament to the Mint's unparalleled precision in modern dye work. Struck from durable aluminium bronze and gleaming with a golden sheen, each coin carries an uncirculated finish that accentuates the crispness of its relief. The tactile experience of holding the coin is extraordinary. Smooth edges, fine texture, and a warm metallic glow that reflects the soft light like a sunset across an Aussie backyard. While millions of coins enter circulation and fade into anonymity, this particular specimen remains untouched, preserved in immaculate condition, a time capsule of 2019 Australia, sealed in perfection. The Great Aussie Coin Hunt itself was more than a minting initiative. It was a nationwide celebration of identity and discovery. Families scoured post offices and pocket change, eager to collect all 26 coins from A to Z, each one telling a different story of what makes Australia unique. The H for Hills Hoist quickly emerged as a fan favorite, its imagery striking a chord across generations. For many Australians, the Hills Hoist is not merely a household object, it is a cultural artifact. It evokes childhood memories of spinning beneath the clothesline, the scent of clean laundry on warm afternoons, and the laughter echoing across fenced backyards. As time has passed, the Hills Hoist coin has transitioned from a nostalgic novelty to a numismatic treasure. The combination of limited distribution, emotional resonance, and the fierce enthusiasm of collectors has propelled its market value to astonishing heights. Today, a pristine uncirculated example, especially one preserved in mint packaging or obtained directly through Australia Post, can fetch as much as $12,300, cementing its status as one of the standout modern Australian $1 issues. Beyond its rarity, the coin's value lies in its symbolism. It represents innovation born from simplicity, the ingenuity that turns a common idea into an enduring national icon. The Hills hoist embodies resilience, adaptability and joy, values that mirror Australia's post-war growth and its continuing optimism. For collectors, owning the H coin is not just a matter of possessing a rare piece of currency. It is about holding a fragment of Australian life, a golden emblem of ordinary brilliance elevated to legendary status. Under the magnifying glass, every line and curve of the engraving speaks volumes about the craftsmanship of the Royal Australian Mint. The laundry flutters with lifelike motion. The framework of the hoist stands with geometric precision, and the overall design balance draws the eye naturally. To the central symbol of Australian home life, the uncirculated fields shimmer with a warm luster, free of blemishes or contact marks, reflecting both care in handling and excellence in production. As an investment piece, the 2019 H for Hills hoist coin occupies a special place in the modern Australian numismatic market. It appeals equally to seasoned collectors seeking completion of the full AZ Great Aussie Coin Hunt series and to investors who recognize its potential as a limited cultural artifact with rising historical significance. Its trajectory in private sales and auctions has demonstrated steady growth, and with each passing year, fewer untouched specimens remain in the marketplace, further driving its desirability and value. Emotionally evocative, historically meaningful, and visually stunning. The 2019 Australian $1 the Great Aussie Coin Hunt H for Hills hoist coin stands as a masterful convergence of artistry, nostalgia, and innovation. It is a coin that speaks to the heart as much as to the intellect, reminding every Australian of the beauty found in everyday life and the genius hidden in the simplest inventions. Today valued at $12,300, it continues to turn heads among collectors worldwide, not only as a rare numismatic gem, but as a golden echo of Australian heritage. For the discerning collector, it is a treasure that tells a story of invention, home, and the enduring charm of the Australian backyard, forever captured in the shine of a single dollar. Next up, the 2000 Australian $1 mob of roos circulating coin. Among the modern masterpieces of Australian coinage, none has stirred more fascination, debate, and reverence than the 2000 Australian $1 mob of roos circulating coin. This piece, humble in origin yet majestic in legacy, has ascended to legendary status in numismatic circles, an icon of minting precision, national identity, and elusive rarity. Struck by the Royal Australian Mint, the 2000 issue occupies a place of mythic distinction, particularly for its connection to one of the most celebrated and mysterious minting anomalies in Australian history, with the market valuation soaring to an extraordinary $31,000 in pristine condition. This coin is far more than a circulating dollar. It is a modern treasure, a symbol of excellence born from a moment of minting serendipity. The mob of roos design, first introduced in 1984 by master engraver Stuart Devlin, remains one of the most enduring and recognizable motifs in Australian numismatics. Devlin's composition, featuring a dynamic cluster of bounding kangaroos set against a field of golden bronze, captures both the energy of the outback and the spirit of Australia's untamed landscape. The central figure, a muscular kangaroo mid-leap, is surrounded by smaller companions, symbolizing strength, unity, and vitality. Over decades, this design has come to embody the nation's coinage identity, instantly familiar, yet infinitely rich in detail. In 2000, this design was struck as part of the standard circulating dollar issue. Yet within this production year lies one of the most remarkable phenomena in the history of Australian minting. The 2000 mob of roos mule, a small number of coins were mistakenly struck using a 10-cent obverse die, resulting in a distinctively thicker rim and a double-beaded border around Queen Elizabeth II's portrait. These accidental hybrids, born of a mismatched die pairing, created a coin unlike any other in the nation's numismatic record. Today, collectors simply refer to it as the 2000 mule, and it has become the most famous and valuable circulating $1 coin ever released in Australia. The obverse of this rare issue features the effigy of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, yet subtly different from all other $1 coins due to its 10-cent origins. The Queen's portrait appears slightly smaller, encircled by a thick raised rim and a distinct inner ring of beads. This anomaly is instantly recognizable to seasoned numismatists and serves as the hallmark of authenticity for the prized mule variety. Every specimen known has been scrutinized under magnification, revealing consistent technical markers, proof of its origin as a genuine mint era rather than post-mint alteration. The reverse, true to Devlin's masterful design, remains unchanged, a powerful depiction of the mob of roos, perfectly struck in aluminium bronze, glowing with a rich golden hue. Its textured relief, crisp lines, and balanced composition exude an energy that has defined Australian coinage for more than 4 decades. When viewed under angled light, the interplay of matte and reflective surfaces creates a sense of motion, an illusion of kangaroos bounding eternally across the metallic plane. It is this blend of technical rarity, artistic mastery, and cultural symbolism that propels the 2000 mob of roos coin into the highest echelons of collectible status. While ordinary examples of the $2,000 circulate widely, the mule variant exists in vanishingly small numbers, estimated to be fewer than 10,000 pieces, and many of those have been lost to time or wear. The survival of an uncirculated or near-mint specimen represents a confluence of extraordinary luck and preservation. When a flawless example appears on the market, collectors across Australia and abroad compete fiercely for ownership. Auction houses have documented record-breaking sales, with top-grade examples certified by professional grading services reaching valuations around $31,000, an astonishing figure for a coin that once passed unnoticed through everyday hands. For investors and collectors alike, the mule stands as both a tangible asset and a narrative of discovery, a testament to how small imperfections can create perfection in the eyes of history. Beyond its monetary worth, the coin carries profound symbolic value. The mob of roos represents community and movement, Australia in perpetual motion, leaping forward through generations. The 2000 issue, born in the dawn of a new millennium, embodies transition and transformation, both literal and metaphorical. It marks the end of one century and the beginning of another, linking Australia's past craftsmanship with its future innovation. The story of the 2000 mob of roos mule also reminds us that rarity often hides in plain sight. For years after its release, Australians unknowingly spent these coins in shops, vending machines and car parks, oblivious to the small detail that made them worth thousands. It was only when sharp-eyed collectors noticed the thicker rim and smaller portrait that the mystery began to unravel. The ensuing discovery sparked a wave of public excitement and rekindled national interest in coin collecting, solidifying the coin's legendary reputation. Examined under magnification, a high-grade specimen reveals the unmatched precision of the Royal Australian Mint's tooling, combined with the accidental pairing that made history. The contrast between the Queen's compact obverse and the bold kangaroos of the reverse is a study in unintended perfection. Two worlds united by chance, now immortalized in gold-toned metal. The tactile weight, the feel of the rim, and the luster of the fields together offer an experience that collectors describe as almost transcendent, the sensation of holding a national legend between one's fingertips. For serious numismatists, the 2000 mob of roos mule has become a cornerstone of modern Australian collections. Its appeal transcends traditional boundaries. It attracts historians, investors, and even casual enthusiasts drawn by its story of discovery and serendipity. Each verified example is accompanied by a sense of awe, its provenance carefully documented, its condition meticulously preserved. Many are now housed in private collections or displayed in museum exhibitions, where they serve as gleaming reminders of Australia's rich minting heritage. At an estimated market value of $31,000, this coin is both a treasure and a time capsule, artifact that connects everyday life with extraordinary rarity. It represents the pinnacle of modern Australian circulating coinage, a tangible reminder that greatness can emerge from the unexpected. The combination of national symbolism, minting anomaly, and human story gives this coin a mystique that few numismatic items can rival. As collectors continue to seek the finest examples, the 2000 Australian $1 mob of roos mule remains an enduring legend, a coin that began its life in the hands of ordinary citizens and rose to become one of the most desirable and valuable pieces of modern Australian currency. It is not simply a coin, it is a narrative forged in metal, a celebration of imperfection, and a golden testament to the boundless fascination of numismatic discovery. Its enduring legacy lies not just in its market value, but in what it represents: the unpredictable beauty of craftsmanship, the power of observation, and the timeless allure of rarity. For the discerning collector, owning a 2000 mob of roos mule is not merely the acquisition of a coin, it is the possession of a national myth, encapsulated forever in gleaming bronze, eternally leaping through history like the roos it proudly portrays.